used to save their forgotten documents from the floor, until one morning their own trash policy sent them on a desperate dive. All items on floor are trash, have fun rooting through the dumpster. I'm a custodian for an office building responsible for cleaning bathrooms, taking out trash, vacuuming, and other tasks. My shift starts in the morning before the office opens. When collecting trash, I'd occasionally find loose papers under or behind desks beside the trash cans, or otherwise on the floor. Unsure if these were trash that missed the bin or important documents that had accidentally fallen, I'd pick them up and place them on the corner of the nearest desk. This way, workers could either file them away or toss them themselves. Better safe than sorry, I always thought. However, my manager took issue with this habit. She arrived early one morning, expressing disgust that trash is being placed on people's desks. To be clear, I never put actual trash like food wrappers or crumpled papers on desks. I explained my reasoning, emphasizing that I didn't want to risk throwing away something important. My manager firmly told me that everything on the floor is trash and that the workers weren't such immature slobs to drop important documents. I agreed, assuring her I'd never do it again. Several weeks later, my manager came in early once more, looking concerned. Filing cabinet had tipped over the previous day, and despite their efforts to pick up the papers, a few important documents were still missing. She asked if I'd seen them. I reminded her that per her instruction, everything on the floor is trash, so the documents were likely thrown away. She became irate, exclaiming, "But this was an exception since a filing cabinet fell over." I asked her how I was supposed to know that. Even I wasn't there during the day and hadn't been informed to look out for these specific documents. It was then that the realization hit her. It was her fault. She stumbled through some excuses before demanding I go to the dumpster and find the papers. I calmly told her that the office was opening in 15 minutes and I still had work to do. She stormed off, declaring she'd start looking in the dumpster herself while I finished my cleaning. I knew I'd encounter her again before leaving. My car is parked by the dumpster, so I mentally prepared the perfect line, the final nail in the coffin. Sure enough, when I finished my work and walked out, the manager and a few other workers who'd arrived were rooting through the dumpster. When she spotted me, the manager demanded I come help. I delivered my prepared line, "Ma'am, my job description is to take out trash. The job description is to ensure the safety and confidentiality of your client's files." I walked away, leaving her in my head to a cartoonesque villain's scream of outraged failure. A few hours later, I received a text message stating there would now be a special inbox shelf for me to place any papers found on the floor for the workers to go through. This story really makes you think about the fine line between trash and treasure when it's not your own. What's the most surprising thing you've ever found or almost discarded that turned out to be far from trash?